it up, yo, whoop it. Y'all ready for this?
Right on.
And here we are with the Team CLS Racing Pace and Race 2.4 and 2.8 watts per kilo. And we are on, I think it is actually the course which we would tackle if you are racing ZRL tomorrow on Tuesday. 2 climbs, so you can use it as a recon too. We're gonna go and do that in a steady pace, 2.4 to 2.8, which would be plenty for me. So yes, yes, correct, yes, yes, yes. So nevertheless, I have to have some songs coming on here. Let's see if we can. This will be trouble. We cannot do this one. This will be trouble too. This is a safe bet. And we're gonna go a little bit further down the road here. Let's see what we got here. So we are 6 days out from Ironman Arizona, and I could be better prepared, I tell you that. But having sickness right before that, having COVID right before that, is never a good thing. So yeah, we're in it now. We actually have a beacon here. That's great. The course is brutal, says the beacon, the right leader. Yes, it's that ZRL course. I'm pretty sure about that. Let me know in chat what's up. It's Monday. Stick King, yeah. Howdy, 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 howdy. Welcome. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in, saying hi. Again, 6 days in Ironman. I gonna go and get a haircut today. I think my son actually gets one too. Let's see. He always jumps in. 2-for-1 deal. It's gonna be short. Arizona is gonna be hot, hot, hot. Let's see. It's gonna be probably more like a machine cut, not scissor. Here we go. You know, I feel like let's not do the head. Let's not do the head. Evening. Evening, everybody. You are getting smoked, bro. Put in some work. Yeah, Matthew, you're absolutely right. Let's see, you have to like getting in there into the draft here, Team CLS. My kid's outside. Thought there's a bear at the garage door. That always can happen. It's gonna be my kids are being silly, doing a walk at daycare. All right, we're getting bigger and bigger here, 25 people. Lights out. No, it's not lights out here. Be aware, this is the ZRL course here for tomorrow. So I can see people, especially the sprinters, trying to take the legs out of the climbers with a hard effort out the gun, out the pants here. So draft smart as best as possible, guys. Yeah, no steering here for me. I have it in the box, already detached. I need the brakes to set up my bike for the real live Ironman coming up in 6 days. You're getting smoked, bro. Put in some work. You have a real OG mud vibes through. Good stuff, bro. We are rooting for you. Let's see Rocky Balboa come back. Man, Matthew, you just bringing the motivation here. Well done. And here we go. Glass routes. Glass routes in New York are always painful. Easing for red and rear, okay. Yes, I have to take it easy here. As I'm already behind the fence, beyond the fence actually. But I want to get a good sense of the course here. Yeah, scan complete. 4% up the first glass wall here. Not a biggie. People should be fresh. People most likely draft this one as much as possible. If you try to get away, do the best you can. But it's downhill, you see that blue section. So, all right, here we go. That was good. It's interesting first time. Crusting over here, if you are sleeping in, this is your wake-up call. This will be easy right now, but not tomorrow. If you're racing ZRL, Zwift Racing League. First climb up here. Make sure you do not lose the wheel over the crust. You want to burn a match to make it back on to descend, because descending alone downhill or on the flats, you barely stay a chance to stay away or to ride fast. These little like downhills and that little ramp, you do not want to go in first. Let the people pass by on a descent. Relax, relax. And when they're in front of you, you just draft behind them as it goes up, and then you come by. Make them chase again here. No, just hanging a draft here. hang a draft, but you put some pressure on a little bit. So the people in the back need to push when it gets stretched out. Just to put the hurt into them before they put the hurt into you, man. All ladies. All right, couple more waves coming up. Two little zigzags. Up, up, with a sharp descent, and then another valley whooper, I call them. And then we're getting right into it. Yeah, these little peaks, be that a last warning for you. You want to be in a draft. Oh. Henry Frost, good luck, dude. I'm currently off the bike with a chest infection for the last 10 days. Still feel no better and desperate to get on my new kicker core, man. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Henry. Yeah, infections are brutal. Hard to measure, hard to gauge. One section. So here you want to push over. Get a good push in the draft. To come over this crust in the draft and peek out somewhere over here, right before you crust over. I think the Yellowtron guy who just goes in the front here, he did the best. Whew. Henry, infection is never good. You can hardly gauge if it's gone or not. Yeah, it sucks. I hear you. I hope you're doing better. I know how hard it is to keep the feet still, especially if you have new equipment waiting for you. But do it. Try to do as disciplined as possible and watch your diet while you're waiting, getting better. All right. I wish you all the best, Henry. I can feel COVID in me still, like, especially on the higher zones, zone 4, zone 5. I very quickly like top out, and I'm done pretty quickly. This occasion here actually is cheers for you. Thanks, Henry. No voice, no voice. Just trying to look out for the mates here, but I feel you. I wish you all the best. For ZRL tomorrow, if this is your course, Rising Empire, you are going down this hill here, which has that little like bump ahead of it. So you want to take that bump seriously, because there might be some sleepers and some splits happening if you're gonna crust over and keep the momentum. So there could be some gaps forming here. And that could be a gap for you if you are in the front group, but say like me, tailing off the back. Try to use the draft to be as recovered or as ready as possible for the upcoming climbs here, which is, we are a minute away. Nicely drafted in here. Beautiful. Before you tackle these climbs, yeah, Fans on, last sip. Because after that, it's just hanging on to wheels. Split these climbs in two phases. First ramp, shallow part, second ramp, shallow part. Here we go. First initial kick. Want to make sure we're not gonna go crazy on this right here, as there is 2.8 max in the front. But I think you're getting it, you know. First ramp here. Keep positioning. Keep your position. That's the riser where you may see people drifting off the front and making a gap between you and the rest. Shallow part. Relax. Now comes actually the hard part, actually, yeah? That always sucks. Here we go. Stay consistent with your power output. Again, this is way too high for this right here, so we're gonna stay at 3. Okay. This side of a climb will have another plateau area, a shallow area. You will reach it in 90 seconds. Just stay strong. All right, so crossing over here to the plateau. Forwards flat, but hold the wheel, recover in the draft, have a sip if you have the fresh breath, but be ready for one more sharp little ramp. Henry, this is a workout, but a workout for me. It's not a race. The actual race will happen tomorrow. It's called ZRL Swift Racing League, and yeah, that happens on this course. I think for C and D's, or for the A and B's twice. Okay, here's the last riser. Be ready for this. You do not want to let gaps opening up. Because pushing now is hard, but pushing on a downhill to catch a very fast pack alone is way harder. So give it all you have, burn a match. Burn a match to get that wheel here. Okay? That white guy goes away. Don't let him. Be on his wheel. Alright? It's important because now you have recovery. You can decide if you want to have no recovery and push half-ass, or if you push right, burn a match, get right back on and let it roll. Full recovery. Oh, here we go. Speed demons are activated. I'll give you a hint. If you're gonna descend alone, this is what it looks like. And look, the yellow marker. This pack is coming quick here. See how quick they are? So the pack is so much faster than you. Building a match to just get on here? Not possible. I mean, it's possible, but boy, you're building a big one. So I'm getting dropped here right now. All right, so I think we can make it over to them, bridge over during the sprint section and over that sprint banner. So I will not push it here. I'm gonna take the Belgian guy with me. Okay, here's where we wanna push it a little. So that really cost us something. Again, be aware how devastating that can be if you don't get the wheel at the top of this descent. You may not ever catch them, as they are just pushing max 3. So the other ones in the ZRL race will be way faster. All right, time to recover. Thelma, yes. I think I had COVID 3 times. I mean, to be honest, I have kids. They're 4 and 5. They're touching everything. They go to daycare, school. So it's hard to not get exposed. However, I think I have built up a tolerance, as well as I just got a immunization shot 2 weeks before that. So I think I was good. However, I think it lingers in our bodies a little bit longer than I would like to. Again, that's the time when I'm like, yeah, 160 beats per minute. This one gets tricky for me to recover quickly. It was easier back then. Thelma says, yeah, kids are the source of all good things. I know, they only mean good. I mean, to be honest, my kids are actually pretty good. When it comes to that, for sure. We try to educate them as best as possible. But when you have too much fun on the playground or with your friends, and you love your friends so much that you always need to hack because they see mommy and daddy hacking. Okay, Bob is your uncle, or COVID is your uncle. Again, quick recovery here between hills. I would say 5 minutes recovery. If you can make that work, good for you. If you have to recover from such an effort like I am, you are F for the second hill. You may or may not be competitive. Luckily, this is a good ride. I think they're topping out at 3.0 or 3.5 on the climbs here. So manageable for me to stay in a certain heart rate and to commentate a little bit more. After this race, going to be an outdoor check with disc wheels, brakes, alignment, seeing position fine tuning. So let's see how this all works out. Again, for this climb, 2 portions. First one right here. First riser, small, shallow area right here. Find your wheels. You may or may not drink something, depends on your breath. I cannot. For me, it makes sense to get this one in here, but you can keep it for the top 2. I think it would actually make more sense. Right at the banner. Yes, I'm making this harder for myself. I'm on a steel frame bike. I'm wearing long clothing at the top. No fans, no cooling. But that's okay. Sticking, please watch that video. Very funny. Yeah, it is funny seeing a guy suffering here, for sure. It's all good. Middle part of the climb, relax. Relax. Big breath. Here we go. When you go up in a group like this, in the race front group, don't be first. Don't be first. Second, third is great. Only push as much necessary watts as you have to. Otherwise you're pushing yourself and the group. Yes, on the last climb, all guns blazing, gloves off, show the class. But on the first one, second or third, try to time it. Because again, you're descending with a group way quicker. The hard part comes here on the tail end of this climb. You can see the colors up here. Short recovery, final stint. See these guys in the front, they're getting away from me. Race scenario, you want to bridge that. Don't let them go here on the last ramp. We're gonna wheel him back in. Be on their wheels right here. They're hurting as much as you do. All right? Alrighty, here it is. Man, the last one's always the steepest. First guy, you don't have to catch. One guy, let him go off. That might be different on last lap, but in general, don't chase the rabbit. Let's come back here. Okay, speed up a little here to catch the bungee jump and the draft of these guys coming by here. Here we go. If you have a power up previously, press the button right before you cross the banner. That will give you probably a draft on arrow, and that will help you on this section here to catch back on maybe. I will deplete mine here. Again, very devastating if you're traveling downhill with a group. 81 clicks, not even pushing. It's different than you maybe going 74. And see the recovery you get, man. Beauty. So it is totally worth it to push over that cross to get the wheels, or even, you know what, back it off. If you see like 6, 7 people behind you, they're all coming over together, that's your group. You don't need to stretch that even further. If you have an arrow still, there's a sprint segment coming up. So we actually will turn to the right here, as we did in the first corner, in the first lap. Activate it there. Get there with a speed advantage. And score back. Okay, see, the front group got a little bit too far ahead here from the beacon. Even the beacon has trouble follow. So we are traveling lighter now. Oh my God, you will fry. Emma threatening us to get toasty. So this race tomorrow, ZRL, will fall apart on each climb, so be aware of that. Don't get dropped on it. I know it sounds so easy, but that's the secret.
Chatting decision solved in 5 words. Chicken, bacon, poutine. New at McDonald's, made with pieces of 100% Canadian raised seasoned chicken. It's here to settle the group chat. For a limited time only at participating McDonald's restaurants in Canada.
The beast will do this 2 times. Oh boy. The sprint here, uphill sprint, start early and keep on pushing on this riser here. You're gonna do this. Come on, guys. You guys have it in you. Appreciate everybody who came on and you enjoy the race tomorrow. All right, cheers guys.